The South Sea Project, 1721 by Jonathan Swift. Apparent rari nant ingurgate vasto arma verum tabulique, et troia gaza perendas. Verg. For particulars of this famous scheme for reducing the national debt, projected by Sir John Blunt, who became one of the directors of it, and ultimately one of the greatest sufferers by it, when the bubble burst, see Smollett's History of England Vol. Roman II, Pope's Moral Essays, Epist. Roman III and Notes, and Gibbon's Memoirs for the violent and arbitrary proceedings against the directors, one of whom was his grandfather W.E.B. Ye wise philosophers, explain what magic makes our money rise when dropped into the southern main, or do these jugglers cheat our eyes? Put in your money, fairly told presto, begontees here again, ladies and gentlemen, behold here's every piece as big as 10. Thus in a basin drop, a shilling, then fill the vessel to the brim. You shall observe as you are filling the ponderous metal seems to swim. It rises both in bulk and height, behold it, swelling like a sop, the liquid medium, cheats your sight, behold it mounted to the top. In stock 300,000 pounds, I have in view a lord's estate, my manors all contiguous round. A coach and six, and served in plate. Thus the deluded bankrupt raves, puts all upon a desperate bet, then plunges in the southern waves, dipped overhead, and earse in debt. So by a calenture, misled the mariner with rapture sees on the smooth oceans, azure bed enamelled fields and verdant trees. With eager haste he longs to rove in that fantastic scene, and thinks it must be some enchanted grove, and in he leaps, and down he sinks. 500 chariots just bespoke are sunk in these devouring waves, the horses drown, the harness broke, and here the owners find their graves. Like Pharaoh by directors led, they with their spoils went safe, before his chariots tumbling out the dead lay, shattered on the Red Sea shore. Raised up on hope's aspiring plumes the young adventurer o'er the deep an eagle's flight and state assumes, and scorns the middle way to keep. On paper wings, he takes his flight, with wax the father bound them fast, the wax is melted by the height, and down the towering boy is cast. A moralist might here explain the rashness of the Cretan youth, one describe his fall into the main, and from a fable form a truth. His wings are his paternal rent, he melts the wax at every flame, his credit sunk, his money spent in southern seas, he leaves his name. Inform us, you that best can tell, why in that dangerous gulf profound where hundreds, and where thousands fell fools, chiefly float the wise are drowned. So have I seen from Severn's brink a flock of geese jump down together, swim where the bird of Jove would sink, and swimming never wet a feather. But I affirm 'tis false, in fact directors better knew their tools, we see the nation's credit cracked, each knave has made 1,000 fools. One fool may from another win, and then get off with money stored, but if a sharper once comes in, he throws it all and sweeps the board. As fishes on each other prey, the great ones swallowing up the small, so fares it in the southern sea, the whale directors eat up all. When stock is high they come between, making by second hand their offers, then cunningly retire unseen, with each 1,000,000 in his coffers. So when upon a moonshine night, an ass was drinking at a stream, a cloud arose, and stopped the light by intercepting every beam. The day of judgment will be soon, cries out a sage among the crowd, an ass has swallowed up the moon. The moon lay safe behind the cloud. Each poor subscriber to the sea sinks down at once, and there he lies. Directors fall as well as they, their fall is but a trick to rise. So fishes rising from the main can soar with moistened wings, on high the moisture dried they sink again, and dip their fins again to fly. Undone at play, the female troops come here their losses to retrieve, ride o'er the waves in spacious hoops, like Lapland witches in a sieve. Thus Venus to the sea descends as poets feign, but where's the moral? It shows the queen of love intends to search the deep for pearl and coral. The sea is richer than the land, I heard it from my granum's mouth, which now I clearly understand, for by the sea she meant the south. Thus by directors, we are told, pray gentlemen, believe your eyes are oceans covered o'er with gold, look round, and see how thick it lies. We gentlemen are your assisters well come, and hold you by the chin, alas, all is not gold, that glisters 10,000 sink by leaping in. Oh, would those patriots be so kind here in the deep to wash their hands, then like Pactolus too, we should find the sea indeed had golden sands. A shilling in the bath you fling, the silver takes a nobler hue by magic virtue in the spring, and seems a guinea to your view. But as a guinea will not pass at market for a farthing more shone through a multiplying glass than what it always did before. So cast it in the southern seas, or view it through a jobber's bill, put on what spectacles you please your guineas, but a guinea still. One night a fool into a brook, thus from a hillock, looking down the golden stars for guineas took, and silver Cynthia for a crown. The point he could no longer doubt, he ran, he leapt into the flood, there sprawled a while, and scarce got out, all covered o'er with slime and mud. Upon the water cast thy bread, and after many days thou'lt find it three, but gold upon this ocean's spread shall sink and leave no mark behind it. There is a gulf where thousands fell, here all the bold adventurers came, a narrow sound, though deep as hell change alley, is the dreadful name. 9 times a day it ebbs and flows, yet he that on the surface lies without a pilot seldom knows the time it falls or when 'twill rise. Subscribers here by thousands float, and jostle one another down, each paddling in his leaky boat, and here they fish for gold and drown. Now buried in the depth below, now mounted up to heaven again, they reel and stagger to and fro at their wits' end, like drunken men four. Meantime secure on Garway 5 cliffs, a savage race by shipwrecks fed lie waiting for the foundered skiffs, and strip the bodies of the dead. But these you say are factious lies from some malicious Tories, brain for where directors get a prize, the Swiss and Dutch whole millions drain. Thus when by rooks a lord is plied, some cully often wins a bet by venturing on the cheating side, though not into the secret let. While some build castles in the air, directors build them in the seas, subscribers plainly see them there, for fools will see as wise men please. Thus oft by mariners are shown, unless the men of Kent are liars, Earl Godwin's castles, overflown, and palace roofs and steeple spires. Mark where the sly directors creep, nor to the shore approach too nigh. The monsters nestle in the deep, to seize you in your passing by. Then like the dogs of Nile be wise, who taught by instinct how to shun the crocodile, that lurking lies run, as they drink and run. Antus could by magic charms recover strength, when ere he fell, Alcides held him in his arms, and sent him up in air to hell. Directors thrown into the sea recover strength and vigor there, but may be tamed another way, suspended for a while in air. Directors, for tease you I warn, by long experience, we have found what planet ruled when you were born. We see you never can be drowned. Roman 500, beware nor over bulky grow, nor come within your cully's reach, for if the sea should sink so low to leave you dry upon the beach, y'all owe your ruin to your bulk. Your foes, already waiting, stand to tear you like a foundered hulk, while you lie helpless on the sand. Thus when a whale has lost the tide, the coasters crowd, to seize the spoil, the monster into parts divide and strip the bones, and melt the oil. O may some western tempest sweep these locusts, whom our fruits have fed, that plague directors to the deep, driven from the South Sea to the Red. May he whom nature's laws obey, who lifts the poor, and sinks the proud, quiet the raging of the sea, and still the madness of the crowd. But never shall our isle have rest, till those devouring swine run down the devils, leaving the possessed, and headlong in the waters drown. The nation, then too late, will find computing all their cost and trouble directors' promises, but wind South Sea at best a mighty bubble. Footnote 1 Faith and Ovid Metam, Lib Roman 2 Web. Footnote 2, see the fable of Midas, Ovid Metam Lib. Roman 11 Web. Footnote 3 Ecclesiastes Zi Roman 1. Footnote 4 Psalm Sivae 26-27. Footnote 5 Garraway's Auction Room and Coffeehouse, closed in 1866, Web.